Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Teresa Caesar, and you are listening to episode 39. It's time to boldly love who you are and move unapologetically. There's no time for inner doubt or attaching your worth to anything or anyone outside of yourself. Your level of self-love should not be based on attention or validation. You are worthy just being you. You are a highly valuable person. Get comfortable with owning the energy of self-love and inner empowerment. Idol Ahmed, Inner Glimpse. So excited to have you join me today for this powerful episode on love. Not just owning the energy of love, but how to become a super attractor, how to manifest love into your life. And I've got the perfect person here. I'm bringing back my friend Janice Noehulani. Janice is full of wisdom. She's going to share with you some tips to get you aligned with the energy of love. Janice is a shamanic love coach, intuitive life coach, and a natural-born psychic who is a bridge between the etheric and physical worlds, helping people trust their intuition and wisdoms and finally live a life they love. So let's get started and tune in to the energy of love. I bring to you my conversation with the shamanic love coach, Janice Noehulani. What does love mean to you?
Love is an expression of everything, and it's an individual thing, but love is literally around us all the time, even in the things that are so difficult and hard, even in the experiences that really seem to harm us. There is a love present there, and I'm kind of on a mission to help people uncover that. There's obviously partnership love. There's the love of our friends and our family. There's the love that we experience for our children. There's the love that we get through our work. There's the love that we experience in our hobbies. There's the love that we just experience with just being. The thing is that we are in a society that is so busy. We're so busy getting to the next thing. And through that, we actually miss the essence of who we are and our connection to every single thing that we experience moment to moment and through our everyday life. We miss that exquisite, just sparkly, juicy thing about our life, which is love itself.
That's probably why we feel deprived, because we're not stopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. That is literally why we feel deprived. And it is also literally why it's hard to attract your person.
So how can we attract our soulmate, the love of our lives?
So here's a couple things that I want to say is one, enjoy the process. We're so in a hurry again to find the person that we often make the wrong person our person.
Ooh, that's good. That's so
Right?
true. Yeah.
And then of course, the universe is an interesting place. So maybe that is perfection working out to help you become an even better person, a person who actually listens even more to what their needs are, what their desires are, what their wants are. So enjoy the process. Often you're going to meet a bunch of no's and you must meet them. You must run into people who are your no. So you get what it is that you don't want in your life. This is equally as important as running into those who light you up, who are your yeses. Now, the thing about that is that although some people might have some of the things that we're checking off the list, those yeses, they still might not be the most appropriate person for us. So, one of the most important things that I want to tell everyone is take your time. If you're meant to be with someone for the rest of your life, give the time that's due to figure out if they are indeed that person.
Oh, what should people do while they're essentially waiting?
There are laws of manifesting that work for anything you want, love, money, you name it. There are very specific laws of manifesting, but where we get stuck is our stories around love. And we either create them or we've taken them on from other people. Uncover what you believe about love and relationships. Uncover what you're expecting your partner to do that you're not willing to do. You want to uncover how you keep abandoning yourself in love.
Ooh, gosh, that's powerful.
And that really is the most important thing, right? We've learned we haven't arrived in life until we have love and money. And that's just not true. It's not true. And we can take love and money off the hook around this and show up for our lives, never abandoning ourselves. And when we learn to do that, we attract people who won't abandon us either. And that's because they won't abandon themselves.
It's amazing because we're expecting this person to fill our cup, but they don't even fill their own cups in a sense.
And then you're already in a broken system before you even began. Two broken people coming together trying to figure it out from a broken place. It's not about looking at that story and beating yourself up. It actually is about loving that part of you that didn't know any better. Loving that part of you that can do better now and do something different now and show up for themselves now. So then you have a good boundary with you and you teach your partner how to love you. I've had a course for manifesting love that's been very effective. And actually, if you go to my website, JaniceNoehulani.com, you could get the free ebook. And it breaks down all of these steps, these 7 steps on manifesting. And 3 out of 5 people have gotten their soulmates. I'm telling you, they work.
So besides your ebook and all the tips and your course, is there anything about love that you have to offer as guidance for those in search, Janice?
I do. Thanks for asking, Teresa. I have a program called the Deep Dive to Love, and it's a 3-month deep dive into your stories, the way you learned how to love. Oftentimes, we learn how to love from our parents and their parents and their parents, and it's outdated. And we really do need to be honest about that. You can get extraordinarily clear about what it is that you want to manifest. Now, again, take your time through that process. Take your time through that process because finding out what it is that you don't want is equally important to finding out what it is that you do want. So really quickly, what that looks like is often in relationships, we'll see a red flag, okay? And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, but look at all the other stuff. But that red flag is incredibly important. And we still keep going forward. When instead, if we just listened and said, oh, I know that's not okay with me. And then realized that if you say no to that, you allow a better yes to come towards you.
I find that people are afraid to stand up to the red flag because they're afraid to lose the person and cause like an upheaval or look crazy or being demanding. But if they're meant for you, you're not going to lose them, right?
When you land on love, someone who's meant for you, there's something easy about it. And you want to look for that. If you're trying to mold someone to be your ideal soulmate and they're not it, you're doing yourself a disservice and them a disservice. We see that so much.
Let me change you so I can feel better.
Right. No, totally. That's why you got to slow down. There's no hurry. Love is eternal.
I
And
love
so
that.
if you just allow the process to unfold, wisdom moves through, nature takes over. And even if you have a story playing out or some old patterns playing out, if you stop and let nature take over, that won't override and the best thing will come towards you. So, again, the one thing I want to really take home is just take the pressure off of love and live your life full out. When you are lit up from your own life, you begin to attract effortlessly. Because as
Ooh,
you find what makes you joyful, like from the inside out, that radiates through you, and it is inevitable that you will attract love or joy or playfulness, yumminess, more pleasure. Being someone who has been divorced a couple times, it's taken me a bit to relearn who I am right now. I'm no longer the person who married those men,
wow.
you know? And so I've had to relearn who I am right now and learn what I like, actually. When you're married, Teresa, when you're
Yeah.
married, you become their partner. And then all of a sudden, you all have the same likes or dislikes. So I've had to really give myself permission to find out who I am now,
Mm.
what lights me up, and then attract from that place.
That is the best tip ever. So you all have a lot of work to do. Stay busy trying to figure out what you like. You all have
What
work to
turns
do.
you on?
But I love that you said that because I could relate. I'm working on myself constantly as we speak. That's why I wanted to talk about this subject. It is so true. I do notice the better and the more authentic I'm showing up, I am attracting better in business, people, everything, experiences, everything just seems to flow. So powerful. So I want to know the last step for everyone to do.
I have to say this,
Yes,
is
it.
that pay attention to the words that you're working to manifest. Often partnership love is not quite the right word. Soulmate love. Soulmate love is so burdened with karma and lessons. You might not want to manifest your soulmate, right? Really consider your words and what you're putting out into creations. That's why affirmations are so powerful, right? Each word has an energy behind it. And you want to say what is in alignment with you. And you are unique. You're not like everyone else. So really pay attention to the frequency of the words you're putting out there and how they resonate with your soul.
Ooh, oh my gosh. I love that you brought that up because that will help with our story, rewriting the story
100%.
around love. That
Yes.
being said, that's going to lead me to the ending questions, Janice. What are two really powerful love affirmations you have for us?
The most powerful affirmation is I am love.
Oh, I am love.
You were born from love. No matter what happened in your actual birth, you are created from love. In my line of work, you are more than just this body, right? You have a frequency that's lasted through time. And that is an expression of love. So if you yourself are love, love is inevitable.
Mm,
Love with another is an inevitability. It's something that you could count on.
I love that.
So I am love. And I did write down this other one. I choose to see clearly with eyes of love.
Ooh.
I love what I see. And so that's a Louise Hay affirmation. And I love that one because often we forget to see from the eyes of love. If you're wanting to manifest love, you literally have to see the expression of love everywhere. That means the person walking beside you that looks in your eyes and sparkles with a quiet hello. That's an
Mm,
expression of love. The child and the mother who are playing together and having the sweetest moment. That's an expression of love. Use those little moments to ignite your memory of what love is for you.
Wow. So search for it.
Look for love everywhere. Exactly. Yeah. It's too much of an energy that's outside of ourselves. Let it remind you that you indeed are love itself.
I love that. The next question, what's your favorite love song?
Ah, yes. So I think you know this about me, Teresa, but I am a big karaoke.
Oh my God, she's so
A
good.
huge karaoke. I love to karaoke. And one of my favorite songs is actually Love Song. It was at first a Cure song, but then Adele did it. And I love this song because it just reminds me of like how we have to love our inner children. Again, with love, soulmate love, partnership love, whatever you want to call it, marriage love, our inner children have to play together. And they have to play together nicely in order to have a long-standing relationship. And so that song totally reminds me of that. But also, if you listen to it, it's also a great way to manifest your soulmate.
Okay, the last one, Janice, this is a big one. What's the biggest lesson love has taught you?
One of the biggest lessons that love has taught me is that even the hardest experiences have loved me. My last divorce was tough, actually, on me. It kind of came out of nowhere, but it was the right thing to do. And because of that, I'm the person I am today. So looking at everything that happens as an expression of life loving you.
Thank you all so much for tuning into this episode. I do hope that you enjoyed my conversation with the powerful and wise Janice Noehulani. Remember, you can download her ebook at her website at www.janicenoehulani.com. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and I will be sharing her direct link to that ebook as well. Also, please be sure to download this episode and all your other favorite episodes on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Rate, review, and tell your friends about this podcast. That would be so greatly appreciated. Otherwise, friends, I'll be back in 2 weeks.